the last one is Jordan from pot 4. Now they are mixed in the host pot. We'll start from the host pot, and the first team drawn will be the host of Group A, and so on. First team of today, China PR. China will be the host of Group A, and the matches will be played in the city of Chongqing. In the early days, China has won 2 times of champion in 1992 and 2004. They will be aiming for a 17th qualification to the final stage. Next team for Group B, Kyrgyz Republic. Kyrgyz Republic has previously qualified to the final stage in 2016, and in their 16th qualifiers campaign, they will be aiming for a 2nd qualification on home soil in Bishkek. Next for Group C, Vietnam. Vietnam will be hosting Group C in Hanoi. They have been in the final stage for 9 times, and they are aiming for a 10th qualification. Vietnam has also qualified in the last edition in 2025. Next will be the host of Group D, India. India has played in 19 of the competition in the qualifiers, and they are aiming for a 10th qualification. India missed the competition this year in 2025. Their last qualification was in 2023, and they will be hosting their matches in Ahmedabad. Jordan. And Jordan will be the host for Group E. The matches will be played in Dhaka in Jordan, and Jordan was the quarterfinalist in 2010, which was their best performance in this age group competition. Next, we'll find out the host for Group F. Thailand. Thailand now is in F1. Back in the 1998, Thailand won the champion of this tournament, and that's the only time they have clinched the title of the competition. Last team from host pot will also be the host of Group G. Myanmar. Myanmar will host this group in Yangon, in their capital city. And their last appearance in the final stage was dated back in 2006. They will be aiming for a 5th qualification from the qualifiers. Now moving on to pot 6, we have 3 groups that has position 6, and we will draw the teams into their respective group. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is going to A6. This will be their 9th qualifiers campaign, and Sri Lanka is aiming for a first-time qualification to the final stage. Next, for Group B, we have Pakistan. Pakistan will be in 6. Their last time in the group stage in final competition was back in 2002. Ever since, they have yet qualified to the finals. And now, last position 6. Macau. Macau for Group C. Not only for qualifying to the finals, Macau will also be fighting for a first point in the matches in the qualifiers. Now we're coming to pot 5. We have all position 5 vacant in the 7 groups, and we will draw the teams to their group now. Timor-Leste. They will be going to Group A5. Timor-Leste last qualification was in 2010, and they have played in the qualifiers for 4 times before, and this will be their 5th participation. Next for Group B. Guam. Guam is joining Kyrgyz Republic and Pakistan, and Guam has yet qualified to the final stage before. This will be the 14th participation for Guam in this age group AFC competition. Next team for Group C. Northern Mariana Islands. Northern Mariana Islands will be in C5. They are also one of the 11 teams that have yet qualified to the final stage and aiming for a first ever point in the matches in qualifiers. Now for Group D, we have Lebanon. Similarly, Lebanon has played in 9 qualifiers, but they are still waiting for a first qualification in the competition. Bhutan. Bhutan now is drawn to Group E, position 5. They are also waiting for a first qualification out of 7 participations in the competition. Next for Group F, Maldives. Maldives will be in F5. 13th participation for Maldives. And similar to other teams, they have yet qualified to the final tournament. Last team from Group 5 will be joining Myanmar in Group G. Nepal. Nepal has previously qualified to the final stage 3 times, and their last appearance in the finals was in 2014. They have never go beyond group stage in this competition. Moving on to pot 4, we have Jordan is drawn in Group E, and we have the remaining 6 teams waiting to find their groups. Brunei Darussalam. They will be going to A4, and Brunei Darussalam is also waiting for a first qualification through the qualifiers in this age group. Next for Group B, Cambodia. Cambodia is also one of the teams that has yet appeared in the final stage of this tournament. This will be the 10th participation for Cambodia. And next for Group C, Hong Kong, China. Hong Kong, China has only missed 2 editions before. They have played for 18 times, and they have qualified to the final tournament in 2014. Looking forward to a second qualification. Next team will be going to Group D, Chinese Taipei. Sixteenth participation for Chinese Taipei, yet in the final stage, and we will see how they will perform in the next qualifiers. And we're skipping Group E, and next team will be for Group F. Mongolia. Mongolia in F4, and also they are still waiting for a qualification and first appearance in the final stage. Last team for Group G, together with Myanmar and Nepal. And we have Syria. Syria had some good performance before, and their best result in this age group competition was the 4th place in 2006. Now moving on to part 3, we have 5 teams waiting for their groups, and we have already the hosts, Kyrgyz Republic and Myanmar, occupied Group B and G. First team will be for Group A, Bahrain. Bahrain has played in all previous editions, and they are aiming for a qualification for the 8th time. It's been a while Bahrain in the final stage. The last qualification was in 2008. And next team will be for Group C, position 3. Singapore. Singapore has played in the final stage in 2008. That was the last appearance in the finals, and they were finished at the group stage. We'll see whether they will be stepped forward in this edition. Next team for Group D. Palestine. Palestine is also one of the teams still playing the qualifiers and fighting for a slot in the final stage of the competition. Next for Group E, Philippines. Philippines in E3, and similarly as Palestine, Philippines is waiting for a qualification for the very first time, and this is their 13th participation in the competition. Last group with the position 3 vacant is Group F, and we will review the teams for that. Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan previously qualified 1 time in 2008, and this will be their 13th participation, and they are aiming for a second qualification to the final competition. Coming to part 2, we have Position 2 of Group D occupied by the host India, and we will draw other teams into the remaining groups. Bangladesh. Bangladesh is going to A2. They have played in some good matches in qualifiers before, but the last appearance in the finals was back in 2006. And this will be their 17th participation after many, many years. We will see whether Bangladesh could qualify to the finals again. Next for Group B. Laos. Laos in Group B2, and this will be their 14th participation in the competition. Previously, they have qualified to the finals for 3 times, but all finished in group stage. The last appearance was very recent in 2023. Next team will be in C2 and complete the group, Malaysia. Malaysia also qualified to the 2023 edition, but they missed the 2025 edition, which is the most recent one. Best result for Malaysia was back in 2014. They went through the quarterfinals as one of the quarterfinalists. And now we skip Group D, we come to Group E, F, and G. Next team goes to Group E. Iraq. Iraq has won the champion 1 time back in 2016, and they have constantly qualified to the finals in the early days. The last appearance was 2018, and after a few editions, Iraq is still playing in the qualifiers and aiming for another qualification to the finals. Now the team will go for Group F, Kuwait. This will be the 19th participation for Kuwait. Their best performance was 2 times quarterfinalists in 2004 and 2012, and their last appearance in the finals was in 2014. Last team for Group G. Afghanistan. Afghanistan in G2. They've qualified in the last edition, which played earlier this year in 2025. And they are also aiming for a 4th qualification in a row. Now we completed part 2, move on to the top seeded teams. We have already drawn 3 hosts into their group. The remaining 4 teams will now find out their destination. First team drawn will be going to Group B. Yemen. Yemen in B1. They had some good performance before and a runner-up team back in 2002. 7 times qualification to the finals. They also qualified to the last edition in 2025. Next team will be for Group D. Islamic Republic of Iran. For Group D1. Qualification to the finals was not rare for Iran, and they will be aiming for a 14th qualification. 1-time champion holder as well back in 2008.